Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Majesty's Sussex Report. This is Antonio, and I have to admit to all of you that this is my third time trying to record a summary of the Byline Investigate article, and the last three times, not even a quarter through what I was trying to summarize, I take off on a tantrum because I don't think anything that is in the article is surprising to most of us. I hope it's not. Because, I don't know, I'm under the assumption that we kind of know this stuff already. It's just having someone admitting to it. It's sort of like, and I know this is a weird example, but I'm using it because, I have experience. It's like being cheated on, right? And you kind of suspect something is happening. You're almost sure that it's happening, but you don't quite have that definite proof. But everything, all your spidey senses, everything is telling you. Did I just say spidey senses? Yes, I did. It's telling you that, not everything is right. And then you everything is verified. Like, it's there. And you go from what you think is certain and you suspect to confirmation that, yes, this is happening. And for me right now, it's sort of like I went from that to anger because it just makes me angry. So I'm going to try now, take number 4. To just do a quick summary, and then later today I'll probably let me collect my thoughts and then have an opinion piece on it. So it sort of starts, this is the reporter, it's a female, and she sort of recollects about or writes about her time at News of the World and the Sun. So she starts it by saying, growing up, I've always loved the news of the world. The investigations, exposés, and intrigue, the righting of wrongs, a glimpse into the darkness and shadow side of life. So she always found it sort of fascinating. And when she got the job, she was quite excited and happy. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? This is something I've always wanted to be. You want to be a journalist. There is this particular organization or newspaper outlet you want to work for. You get hired by them. So of course, she continues to say, I reported on the trials of serial killers, rapists, and terrorists. I followed celebrities and politicians suspected of having affairs. Great. The lifestyle was highly seductive. There was never a dull moment. Every day I met diverse and interesting people, all with a story to tell. She continues to say that she dined at fancy restaurants and stayed at 5-star hotels, all with a substantial expense account. So money was never really a problem. She goes on the surface of it, the job had it all: glamour, stimulation, and a heady feeling of power. Nice. Then the only thing that mattered was getting the story, and the means always justified the ends. Isn't that what we always say, right? That's how they operate. Money was paid to public officials. Thinly disguised blackmail was used at every opportunity. Story budgets were near bottomless. Wages were high, circulation was strong, so they were doing great. Then she continues, she says, on a more sinister side, the paper had an extraordinary stranglehold over government and politics, mainly because it exercised a form of storytelling known as blackmail model journalism. Now listen, people, when you have to put blackmail model next to journalism. There's something wrong. Now, that was the line, this entire line here, right? These two lines. So, on a more sinister side, the paper had an extraordinary stranglehold over government and politics, mainly because it exercised a form of storytelling known as blackmail model journalism. The then new Labour administration was often very careful not to cross Murdoch's interest, and MPs of all denominations feared speaking their mind in case their vices I'm so sorry. Their vices were spread across the pages of his newspaper. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to have to do this a fifth time. So stick to what I wanted to say. It sort of goes into then her describing how she kind of like had lost, in some words, lost herself. She worked all the time, night and day, weekends, holidays, birthdays. Her mobile phone was on and to be available 24/7. She was waiting basically for a call that could happen at any time. So she had her passport and an overnight bag ready to go. And it got to the point then where she said, my conscience constantly bothered me. Was it right to doorstep the parents of a child who had just been murdered? To expose a celebrity cheating on his wife, to tell the world the whereabouts of child sex offenders who had served their time? During my time at the paper, I did all of these things, she says. I mean, that's it basically, right? I think nothing shocking to most of us. It's just confirmation. And then part two will be, in part two of my series, I reveal how I worked on a dodgy front page story about Prince Harry in a long-running and desperate attempt to link the teenage royal to cocaine. Okay, I'm not gonna comment. That's it, folks. I will be posting later in the day a follow-up to this, just giving my opinions and what I had planned to post today. See you later.